I didn't want to have to make this video. Kidding, but that sucked. Look how many keys we got. We were so close. Let me try something real quick. I'll add a filter. There. That way I can type. Oh, wait, hold on. That's right, bitch. You're stuck with me. That way I can type and you can see the screen still. There we go. I should be able to see the full screen now. Which means as long as I'm not distracted by anything in-game, I should be able to see if the stream's about to crash again. Oh, it does have this stupid bar. It'll shift. I'll see. Alright, signal's back. No dead signal. Gosh, again, thinking 5 steps ahead, I'm like, oh, I need to get more math for Cletus. Or Tucker, or whatever the fucker his name is. And then boom. Hitman, and then boom. Power outage, and then boom. Fucking front shots. Oh, welcome to the fun! How are we feeling, team? You enjoying the screen you can't see? I did actually change my HUD, but it's nothing too big. Maybe I should move my picture so you can see the time at the bottom at least. Maybe. This is how life has to be. Until we get that 12,000 again. Last time I got the 104 times my win, and it was like on a 200 win amount, and that was only on my second try, but I was so lucky compared to everything else we've done. Like normally the streaks go on for like 800 times before then. You just keep resetting. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ronald. Thank you for being so dumb. Big money. Come on, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Oh. Actually getting the freaking gambler thinking, I don't know, mindset. I think playing this game is definitely turning my brain into mush, like with how much I have to focus on things. I tried holding a conversation with my mother in like the dining table, and I couldn't even think of like a location of a place we've been to dozens of times. My memory never fails. I think I was like thinking of the place, like the name of the place, but for some reason my mouth just couldn't say it, and it was like fuzzying the brain on what I was thinking. What does that mean? It means we go next. Just keep on yapping, bro. I don't see any cameras in this place. But we also didn't see any cameras trying to walk into the game too. Except for like the hallway ones, but I mean... Duh. Let's get it warmed up. Oh, what a waste of a 3x. Yeah, it wasn't going anywhere anyway. But a 20x would go really nicely there. No? No? No takes? Not a single win in sight. How can it be Egypt themed if there's no pyramids, huh? Where are the pyramids? Where are you hiding them? You like Vector? You got them like painted in your backyard? How are you hiding these things? Oh, this is gonna be gargantuan. Oh my gosh! The 25, the 4, the 15, 44 times. Oh my gosh! 10k. We take those. Alright, the number one thing is this guide. Steam guide that says which hours everything shuts off. It's a lifesaver. 24 seconds, huh? 24-second magic in the the social player. Look out! The hustlers, gangsters, bad bitches, and your ugly ass friends. Fucking love Bruno Mars. You know, he sang a lot of songs from when I was younger, and I just never freaking know. Obviously, when you're younger, you're not gonna, like, know singers' names like that, or even, like, look them up on your own time. You probably just hear them from the radio. But, like, when you look up Bruno Mars and you listen to, like, songs from 2000... I don't know, what is it, 12, 14, 15?
You're no fun.
Like that. Should've known you was trouble. From the first kiss, had your eyes wide open. Why were they open? Oh, my friends are playing Don't Starve right now. This is like the equivalent of like going to work, and as soon as you do, you see everyone get online. Except for instead of actually getting paid, I'm getting tortured. Give you all my dust is all I'd ever ask. All I'd ever ask. Oops. There we go. Good shit, big boy. Oh, that was risky. You and I peep the horrors, and the horrors peep back. We went through all the rooms and there's still time. Because we could check all these rooms. Alright, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, how are we feeling about this spot? So way to peek. It's like really dumb. Like, our character's whole thing is uncontrolled breathing, and you think having a tarp over your head, where it's like gonna be going up and down with each breath, is a good idea for a hiding spot. Oh. Frame 1 noir. And there's another one. Nice. Oh my gosh, I thought my hand was a guy. Bam. Bam. Please tell me it still converts even while I'm not at my... or when it's not powered. Oh fuck, that scared the shit out of me. Wait a second, it's 1,000, right? Yeah. So not an infinite money glitch, you know, but I mean, I guess it'll do. Sure. Why not? We have to get ops. Alright, it's not done installing yet. No, what is wrong with me? Time to play the actual game. Bitch. Highly affected my ass. Oh. Crap. Okay, we need to find a lot of codes. Like this one. This is gonna take forever with only one. I think that was a pretty good impression. Damn it. Ours isn't gonna be fast enough to get to every single one. Especially if there are actually codes on these. Especially if we're getting hacked. Gosh damn it. I forget how urgent these things are. Oh man! Heck, I haven't got one of these in a while. I thought that was a stupid tune again. Really challenging, actually. It's gonna be so hard. Past the 30 mark. Bizarre. Crystal. Crap. There's no item here. Keep, shelter, and you there. Shit. Whatever, we gotta get our packages. This Tanner does not play around. Great, my thing is doing that thing again. Is that 2 motion sensors on the booster? Yes, it is. Huh. You on back door. That's so stupid. Right, it erases every half an hour. Whoops. Why did I forget that? Jeez. I didn't even read that second part. cool, I guess, but not what we're looking for at all. There you are. That's actually a really good deal. Alright, time to get cracking. Oh, it's here. I was expecting that to go on for a lot longer, if I'm being honest. Colonel. Lots of tapes. Cannot say that I have that. Howdy. Final standing. via... Damn it, I thought about it for a moment. I need to focus on upgrading. Upgrading next year. Not this again. Right. Almost have enough for the next one. Then we can finally start getting money. Oh. Should not have bought a sled this early. But it's just like one of those things where it's like, if a hack goes on while I'm outside, then I could cancel it if I get back in time. Any second now. Cool. I should have bought a back door. Long one. $600's not even bad, but that would have been a shit ton of money. Oh my gosh, BitStriker already has 4 keys. How? We're not even done with the first hour. He can't. How does he get to the other wiki already? How have you gotten toxic lights? Jesus. We don't have Phoenix this run. That's really bad. Good save. Not what I needed. Jeez, you're so... Why are you guys all so early? Why does the other guy have 4 hacks already? Toxic lights, thank you. With this I can get a huge boost in money. We're so screwed. See, the kidnapper... It doesn't make sense. Because finally he says, be careful if you're going outside. Dude. This train trafficker knows your location and has been instructed to capture if the opportunity arises while he's parked nearby. Stealth is a priority of his, so keep your back doors locked. There's no way, right? Right? I still think that run was cursed. I mean, what's it called? We had the Noir that early. The other guy already had 4 codes on us. Last time they didn't even get 2 by the time we were done with the second wiki. Whatever, what do I know? sticks that could be big. This goes to 500. Oh. Barely even 2,000 from that. Your amounts bore me. You know what? I might get into gambling after this. I'm just saying. If I disappear, you know why? If I became a billionaire. Oh, you know what? I forgot to clean underneath the stove. I need to do that before I go to bed. The anti-gambling cat goes off. I'm not getting a second strike on this. How's it going? I just lost a really good run. We were going at it for about 40 minutes, 43 I think. And apparently somebody forgot to lock their back doors. Which is just insane to me. I think even if it's not unlocked through the side door, I think the power door being unlocked still counts as being exposed. You know, even though there's another locked door between you. Sleepy just grinded out 100% Borderlands 2? Did you do it all? That's actually, like, insanely impressive. Speaking of which, if you did 100% it, I think it's okay for me to talk about spoilers, right? Very curious if you used any glitch. Wow, guys, we just got a really good win there. Yeah, I was gonna say, some character who I'm not gonna name for spoilers has a quest that you can do at like the very early on in the game, but he betrays About halfway through the main story, just grinding out side missions and badass challenges right now. Badass tokens are pretty useful. Makes me happy when I get crit chance on those. Or crit rate. Whatever. I like crits. And melee damage. Those ones are cool. But yeah, he gives a quest, and I was curious on whether or not the second, like a little bit over halfway through the game, he like betrays you and is evil. And I think he dies? So I don't know how you'd be able to do his quest after he dies. If that's what happens. So you don't gotta worry about spoilers. I've been in the game probably hundreds of times. Wow. I've died in this game probably hundreds of times. Let's start seeing some big money. Big gold, big money. Fudge. Washed. God, it was such a good run too the first time around. We started the game with 12, was it 10 or 12,000 DOS? Which is enough to buy everything in the game 5 times over, by the way. I don't even think that's an exaggeration. Yeah, it is. But you could buy everything at least twice. Oh, I didn't even ask what character you play. You probably play someone like Zero, or what's it? The engineer thing. Either one of those two, because there's no way you play Psycho. Also, I just was wrong on accident for some reason. Is that the engineer? Or is that the weird guy with the beard? Normally I play Craig. Yeah! No! I was technically wrong on my guess, but we do like him. I have the shiniest meat bicycle! And he's fabled. I'm the conductor of the poop train! Accident is the turret? Right. Which I don't know if I'm thinking is an engineer, because I think there's another character that can like throw a drone, and that's different. Or something. I don't know, it's been literal years. I tried playing Borderlands 2 with someone, and she said she didn't like me enough to play it with me. Which was, you know, we just met type of thing. But I feel like that's a bad first impression. But she was going through a breakup, so it's like, or was it? There was something going on out there that made her upset. So it's probably just a bit, unfiltered meanness there. Oh, Necromancer as the turret. Alright. Again, I've only ever played Siren, so that's as far as my knowledge goes. I love my, feel like Noir in this game should have a voice line. Like if she's gonna talk all the time, she should have a voice line that says "and now" or something, so that way you know when to start the actual timer. Because you turn around and then you pause and then you stop, and then she's like, "Let's see if he remembers." And it's like, does the timer start after she says that, or after you fully turn around? I think after completing this game, I'll move to 100% of Borderlands 3. Oh. Does Borderlands 3 have fun gameplay? Because I know people were ragging on the story from it. Or maybe that was the prequel they were ragging on. I don't know. But there was also a Telltale Handsome Jack game, which I don't think was actually Handsome Jack. I think it was some guy who had like a Johnny Silverhand thing going on with him. I don't know. I only ever played 2 and only 2. And of course there's Poker Night too, but that's a little different. You know what, I was almost coming to the thought process of video games with the number 2 in it, or in Poker Night 2, but then I was like, Team Fortress 2, it was only in 1. And 7 Max has like 500 games. Borderlands 3 probably is the best gameplay in the series. The story and characters are so ass though, so I'm gonna get a mod to immediately skip the cutscenes. Sounds like you got everything planned out then. I probably wouldn't get into that. I have some friends who I think they were playing Borderlands 3. I know they speedran Borderlands 2 a lot. You know, doing out of bounds glitches, throwing grenades at their feet, all that good stuff. Also, the Telltale game was bad, so it basically put the company out of business. So bad. But it has that one funny meme where he like points up at the Jack will remember this and he goes, "Oh, what the fuck is that?" That's probably the only good thing about the entire game, isn't it? We need some big wins here. It's not even giving us the pyramids anymore. It was messing with us with that 2x at the start. Also, hold on, let me push up my nerd glasses so I could say that every Borderlands is a Telltale game. Actually... Are they? I know it's made by... Bungie? No, that's Destiny. Havoc? Or that might be the engine. Because I know Havoc engine is a real thing, but I think that's only for Sonic. That was like strictly for one Sonic game and nothing else. That's why everyone was so hyped about Dispatch. Actually, it's basically revive the Telltale games and Spirit. Thing as it's just the developers, basically. Yeah, they just put on a fucking glasses and mustache and everyone's like, oh, they got a chance this time. Yeah, Dispatch was fun. I don't know if I'll do multiple episodes of it, because... I don't know. Did you see the ending? Havoc makes the game, Gearbox produced it, I think. Ah! So I was right. I just remember Sonic 06 is on the Havoc engine, which... I guess it's a word, so it could be made by anybody. Finger's getting tired, I gotta swap to my other hand. will get past this loading screen. We've already been going at this for 9 minutes. Gotta remember not to get too greedy. Except for you kind of have to. Me saying that is more like a warning not to get too unlucky, because I can't really not be greedy here. Fuck! Stuff like this is the worst. If I could just start the game with $1 billion, this would be so much easier. Oh, wait. You know, I was wrong actually. Gearbox made it on the Havoc engine, then 2K. Oh yeah! It is the 2K. Like that with that tunnel effect thing into the black and white text. Is it black and white? Does it have like blue in it? I can't believe the Havoc engine is real. I can't believe more than Sonic 06 used the Havoc engine. It was kind of buns, wasn't it? It really does scratch a sort of itch. Even though it's not real at all or permanent, it's used for these runs which go on for hours, which kinda gives it value. In the way that like maybe rare item and Don't Starve would have value, but not really Sonic. Sonic 06 was notorious for its jank, and that's why I love it. I always wanted to play the game again and do that glitch where you can bypass one of the gates, which means that you could skip one of the silver items. And after skipping that silver, can just like dash through everything at Mach 5. It was so fun. Plus the way of skipping, it's like really simple. You don't actually need the drop slam thing. If you're curious, it's like 2 buttons or 3 buttons in an area, and you're supposed to get like this slam ability where you jump up and slam your hand on the ground, and that causes everything in the area to get stunned. But you could just use a box. Like you could just pick up boxes and then drop them on the switches, and then just walk through the gate when it depowers. I think there's also a way where you can just like stand at the edge of one of them and attack, and you can reach the other button as well, and it opens the gate, but I don't know. I don't know if you saw in the Dragon Ball discussion everyone was having the other morning. I did mention my favorite character, Silver, who originated from Sonic 06. The best Sonic game. Something that I say unironically, despite Unleashed existing. I think if I don't have a lot of money, I should prioritize the chat rooms and ensuring that I get all my miners onto the right servers. Something like that. Maybe budget cutting. Because we were doing good the other run, but we weren't making enough money, and we didn't have enough money to go off of that. Shoot, they need like over 350 DOS. You know, if these red skulls weren't a thing, I would just spam 10 yellow yens per spin, and it would actually profit so easily. But it would take a lot longer. I'm afraid that's time we don't have. I think I dropped my spins down to 35 just to see it, but it's gonna hurt my finger even more. Gosh. Let me see if there's an auto click on the Microsoft Store. OP auto clicker? Sure, man. Installed. Almost done. Open. And I say, open the gates. And I say, look at how much I care. I do not care. I use OP auto clicker and it's pretty solid. Yeah, I used to have this one until my computer exploded, and then I got a new one, and then I just kind of forgot to get a lot of my things, you know. The way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes you're forgotten. That's how this cruel world works. Nobody will care. What is it? What does she say? All that matters is people's value. And if you don't have value, nobody will care if you die. Oh my gosh. You can hear the difference. I'm over 100 times a second? What is this, 1,000? 1,000 times a second? Yeah, good luck stopping me, bro. Oh, the clicking is so loud, isn't it? It just becomes a hum at some point, right? You just tune it out. It's definitely a lot faster. Adam's gonna have countermeasures against this by the next morning. I should read his hotfixes to see what he's actually changing with those things, because they seem pretty big. It takes like 20 seconds for me to install. It's going faster than the other one, even when it was double the amount. It's a feat of its own, right? I think. Darn. didn't even know you could get this auto clicker to do it every millisecond. Yeah, I didn't know the click interval could go as low as 1 millisecond, or 1 click every millisecond. Because I swear I've tried it lower and it like capped out at 50, and then you like do, I don't know, 5 and that would work. Or some type of logic like that, where you would bottleneck and it would stop doing it as effective as it could if you didn't get the exact digit. Let's just do 15. Or I guess we have to do 16. Let's do 18 then. Guys, I have bad news. I did not think we made it that far. I wonder if there's some like achievement. It'd probably not, because it's kind of boring, like farm for. But on your first try, lose all your money. I thought there'd be one for like gamble all your money and not get a single hit or something, but that happened a lot and didn't pay out. No achievement for me. Now that we're doing our new strat, this one should last a lot longer and be hopefully more effective. That's worth the 1/4 of your bid. Wow. Low numbers are more profitable, but you get a multiplier, it's gonna suck if you have a really low number. What did they say? Do not put all your eggs in one basket? I'm actually heavily considering watching Dragon Ball just because of everyone's chat the other night, but I'd probably just watch Super. I can't bear to watch Piccolo be evil. Oh yeah. I wonder if this can go any faster. Oh wow, the 2x multiplier is about to go crazy here. But if that was 100, that'd actually be kind of useful. I think that gets to 20,000, which would convert to... Wait a second. 200 times 10 and 200 times 100. It's 2... No way that's that low, is it? Oh wait, it would be 2,000 DOS. I'm thinking of 200 after conversion, but the conversion was already what happened. Wow, 8x. Maybe I should double the bid, but honestly... I will after that performance. That money is just going straight down the drains. And, that was 800, but no multiplier. That would have been so good. It would have been so epic. These sound effects really are made to just, like, draw you in, aren't they? It would work on me. Kinda did when I was younger, but... The one didn't have any sound effects, it was just like visuals that I thought would be successful. Which is why I don't gamble. I learned very young that it's not good and it's a plight. It's a trap. A trick to deceive. Also, I don't want to be that guy, but compared to the muscle definition of Patrick over there, what's her name? Naya? She's not laying a finger on me, I'm sorry. I don't care what hammer you have or how you can do the fucking... However tall I am, 5'8", vertical. I do not think you could take me. Maybe I'm wrong. Gambling is only good if you're playing the Battle Cats. That's that furry TV show, right? Am I thinking of Warrior Cats? What am I thinking of? What am I thinking? Enlighten me on what this is. The only real good gambling is Pokemon gambling. As in... Well, actually, there's two. There's one where you use moves that require coin tosses to actually land. And then there's Pokemon gambling where if you win or if you lose your cards. You know, it's a long-running mobile gacha game. Huh. Never heard of it. Must not be a Hoyo product. Interesting. Surprising, though. My friend Derek has a server, a Discord server with a lot of people. And they have like their own gacha channel, which I am the leader of, by the way. But for some reason I've never heard of it. I've heard of other obscure ones like, I don't remember the name anymore, but it's very pixelated. Here, let me check. they're stealing my shit. They're talking about other gachas in my gacha chat. Because a hater would rather see an anime or play Hoyo, with the latter being the bad idea. Anyway, I think usually Final Fantasy fans really do want to not deal with the whole waifu slop. I try so hard not to say it. Apparently, Krill is for the creeps, but hold on, this thing's in my way. But I wasn't given much description about it, but I don't want to just use Terra. Jesus, the fuck did they do? And got that Japanese players complained. That one guy mentioned that's one of the reasons he dropped the game. I know I got pissed off about the rerun verse, but the devs fucking with the Joe/Jofid for an AI chatbot for streams they did a few months back. But Terra, yeah, no, that's straight up horrible and needs to fuck you with their character. Just a reminder, this was supposed to be a nice little chat about sharing new codes for Genshin. Not dissing my game as waifu slop, you monster. I remember, let me search, I asked what game is this? Or something. Specific channel. This one. I am searching now. Let's see. Dragon Quest. Oh yeah, the Dragon Quest is their little pixel game they were playing. Anyways, that's all to say. I've heard of some obscure gachas, but not yours, unfortunately. I'd love to talk about it in some way. How can ZZ be waifu slop when Von Lycon is the finest character there, estimate? That's actually a valid point. I was thinking about making an animation. A very scuffed animation it would have to be, because it had multiple characters in mind. It would have Bell Wise, Pulchra, and Lycon. And the premise would be Wise talking about Pulchra's, like, having toe beans because she's a Thyran and all that stuff. And then Bell would say something, like, airheaded, like, "Oh, Lycon, do you have toe beans too?" And then it'd, like, pan down to his feet where he has, like, his prosthetic limbs. And then later on, she'd, like, give him a present, and it'd be like those anime girl socks with like the toe bean bumps at the bottom. You know what I'm talking about? It's a classic, by the way. Very, very well designed product, if you ask me. But yeah, that would be the punchline. And maybe it would show a shot of him wearing them, but that would require rendering like the shape of his feet somehow. That'd be fine. Yeah, I have a lot of ideas for these things, but I never really put them into You own them? Yeah, see, they're great. It adds agility. And if you get like one of those like trampoline place socks, you know it's like a gateway drug to those cat paw socks. It introduces you to the power of having like grip on your steps while still wearing comfortable footwear that matches your toes design. What was it they say in Parks and Rec? They say the human foot is humanity's greatest invention. Most advanced invention? I don't know, he was on some crazy talk, but he was right. Maybe if I beat this game fast enough, I'll get back into my animation spirit. course, I'd have to get a new model for Lycon, but I have everyone else. Actually, I don't have Bellwise. I lied. I was imagining Bernice. Maybe Bernice could replace Belle? I just kind of didn't want it to be a gendered Phaethon or whatever it was. Oh, Wise has to be Phaethon in the interpretation. Because if you only show one sibling, it's kind of like leaning towards that bias, which I try not to do in a lot of cases. Unlike Genshin Impact, who completely is ether-sided compared to Lumion, which I don't actually have a problem with, because Lumion is built like an evil character. What was it they say? Ether is like disappointed when he's evil, and Lumion is disgusted. It's something like that, which I see. Maybe I made that up and I'm super smart. Somebody discorded. This better not be trash. Tripling Park grippy socks are the gateway to Toby and thigh highs. Don't quote me on this. Maybe it's a little late and I'm not quite thinking straight. just if anyone asks, don't say anything. That was modern day Shakespeare. Oh, middle? I know the hot and the cold, but there's a middle in water coolers? Also, I have the graphic that max, I believe, and there's no water. Although sometimes those little jug things are like actually nearly a solid color. So I kind of get it. I like the interpretation that it goes from the Tobin long socks to thigh highs. They're going all the way up. What's even the point if they don't conceal above the knee? I'll say that with my chest. The process is a lot faster now. I just stretch my legs. Oh my gosh, you're about to see a huge pyramid, except you're not gonna see it. It went from 150. Oh, I bumped the wire. It went from 150 to 300. It's a lot of money for 0 payout. It's uncouth. Exactly. What type of deviant would show their bare skin? Especially in something scandalous like a skirt. Ooh. I joke about that, but genuinely, whenever I see like a woman wearing a skirt, it kind of shocks me. I suppose anybody wearing a skirt. Even like Scottish men. No, but like, I don't know. I've never seen anyone wear a skirt at all growing up because I don't live in Japan. I live in Place America. But yeah, it caught me off guard the first time I actually genuinely saw someone wear one. Shocks you think? Oh, I'm glad I'm not alone. And it's not like a... It's not like a Howlude thing, but like it's kind of like a Howlude thing in the way that hand holding is a Howlude thing, you know? Like it kind of like makes you like a nun, you like turn away from it. Crazy ass analogies. Hopefully we can get a big hit so we can stop doing these spins, man. We haven't even got enough to actually like protect ourselves in this game. Ramping up, but yeah, it really doesn't matter unless we get a gargantuan win. Oh my gosh, I just looked over at my OBS. Is that how loud it sounds actually? Am I being loud or am I not realizing how quiet I am compared to the game? It's loud as hell. There, I lowered it by 4 decibels. But I'll raise the volume again once we're done with the gambling. I hadn't even considered how loud it could be. Even this ambience is almost reaching my normal talking volume. I'll lower it by another 7. There we go. $70 is a good in between. Wow. Even now it kind of looks still loud, is it? Like if I didn't have any of the balancing audio things, my OBS would be peaking right there, it says. It's better? That's good. Oh my gosh, gargantuan fines. Hardly 1,000. My sleep schedule's so inconsistent. When I first failed this morning, I was saying something along the lines of the last run I did was 1.5 hours, and that caused me to go to bed 3 hours earlier than my last night. This run was 3 hours that I screwed up, and it makes me want to go to sleep right then and now. Or I guess the time it was then, which would have, which probably would have made me like wake up at the equivalent of like 6, or I guess it was. I think it'd be 4, maybe 6. I think 6. Maybe I should go get some water. I'll be right back. Tell me if I hit big. I'll be so real, I came back just in time to see that tragedy. My YouTube lagging? I might need a new stream key. Sorry, every time I try and do something right, the stupid ass skulls show up. I did some searching after my last loss, and apparently my new address is really far from a Wendy's, which sucks because other fast food doesn't really do it. Like McDonald's is alright because of their ice cream stuff, but their prices are too high for their food. Although I do like their double deluxes. A Triple Fly 50 Deluxe with no cheese. Because cheese costs an extra $1. And look, we lost all the money. That's okay, because we're about to get it back. Or die horribly. It's really 50-50. So it's taking a lot longer. We're pretty close to red skulls. Maybe I should have asked Ronald for more money. That's pretty rich. Oh, really minuscule pyramid. We gotta hope for at least 10s with those. You ever do those multiplication chart things in like elementary school? Where it'd be like 0 times 0, 0, and then it'd do like an entire row of 0 times everything. And the next row would be 1 times everything, so like maybe the number 12. And then the other, like the vertical side, would also be till 12. And it kind of teaches that the largest way to get a number, I guess, with a base number and a multiplication by a value there has to be like perfectly evenly split. Yeah, I know the multiplication tables. Yeah, I guess that's what they're called, yeah. I was just thinking, if we want like a high amount, it has to be like if you have the number 12, you can't get a high payout with multiplication with something like 11 times 1 or 10 times 2. You'd have to get a 6 times 6 for the highest value. And we're not seeing a lot of either, we're seeing big tumbles and no multis, or big multis with no tumbles, and it's not really evening out to like give us a high number. I also didn't want to say anything, but our bank account balance is slowly lowering. Lowering. It's not good. It wasn't really a do you know. I was hoping it'd sound more like a do you remember type of thing. I don't know. I guess it's not very advanced. I did not mean to mansplain, I guess. Oh? Oh. There was a 10x there, but like I said before, we didn't have any tumbles. So it only got us to 1,000 instead of a huge ass number. Oh! Oh, I spoke too soon. 22x, which is actually dog shit, because again, there were no tumbles. Why is this happening, huh? Who's paying you? This would be an amazing time for a pyramid there. That's so rough. Oh, we gotta play this one out because there's another pyramid that's really tiny. And there it gets 2x on a 300 win. Oh, we're going up to 100 now. I just had to see to make sure we weren't already dead. Huh? What's that? I don't know. I got the heebies. I actually knew someone named Heebie Jeebies once. They were nice. I do wonder sometimes if they're still on my friends list. Because they could have just changed their name and deleted their name history on Steam, but I can never find them. They were very kind to me, considering how annoying I was as a kid. We met on one of those dark RP servers. And of course, I, being the the very, very smart child that I was very good at video game, yes. And by that, I mean I knew how to make a base dupe. It did take a long time to actually learn how to save those things, and they never save between servers, because, I don't know. I guess different servers have different rules, so they wouldn't allow it, or I guess something. But I think that's just like a default Gary's Mod thing. Anyways, I was pretty good at guarding the printers and defending the base, both while they were there and while they were off doing other tasks during our money printing endeavors in that game. Let me see, what's the timer right now? Holy shit. I did not realize how long you were just doing these stupid spins. That's how they get you, man. You're doing so well the first time. And you think the run's gonna go well, but like some BS catches you. Like I swear that I locked the back door. I don't care what anyone says. Maybe I just start tomorrow early while I still can. I mean, if the run goes till it would be 5 if it was 3 hours. It just does not sound like a fun time for me. Yeah, I think I drop and go to bed right now. And then start first thing in the morning after breakfast. Jason, what? Yeah, plus my elbow's getting a little bit sore because this chair arm is made out of like solid plastic instead of some padding for it. See, well, thanks, you too. If you were spelunking again or anything like that, I hope you had a very fun and safe time. I suppose you wouldn't have been spelunking so soon after doing all the Borderlands stuff, huh? That seems like an all-day type of thing. Oh, we'll ask about it later. Good night.